Hello, home buyers. If you're considering buying a home in the near future, there's going to be some questions that you're going to want to definitely ask your realtor. Today, I'm going over the top questions to ask your realtor when buying a home, and I'm doing it right now. Hello everybody, my name is Dan Crlenjak. I'm a realtor with eXp Realty and Ideal Florida Homes right here in Coral Springs, Florida. If this is your first time visiting my channel or you haven't done this yet, please consider subscribing to my channel. I put out awesome real estate related videos every Tuesday that I know you'll get a lot of value out of. Okay, question number one is an obvious one. You're gonna wanna ask your real estate agent when looking in a community, how are the schools? How good are the schools in this area? Is the school district good? Is it ranked locally or nationally? These are important questions that you're going to want to ask. So in terms of schools, you're going to really want to dial in the city, then the neighborhood, so that you can avoid any outliers and make sure that you've chosen a neighborhood with a school that's going to work best for you and your family. Okay, number two, a good question to ask is how close are services and shopping centers, hospitals, things like this? How close are they to the location of the home that you're considering? Now here in South Florida, it's a very much an urban area, so you're gonna have a lot of services nearby. But if things are important to you, such as hospitals, proximity to schools, you're gonna wanna ask your realtor how close these services are to you so you can make sure that you buy a home, once again, that works best for you and your family. So the third question you're gonna wanna ask your realtor is there anything in the area that could possibly detract from our enjoyment of the property? Things like heavy traffic areas are important to ask about. Maybe construction, is there any construction in the area, or is there gonna be construction planned soon in the area? Train tracks are a big one. You're going to want to make sure that there's not a train track nearby. Also, is police, or is there a police presence? Do police need to patrol the area? These are all great questions to ask your realtor in terms of, are you going to be able to enjoy the property after you make the purchase? Okay, next you're going to want to ask about an HOA. Is the property governed by an HOA? This is a homeowners association, and in almost all cases there is a monthly fee that you pay to be a member in the HOA. You're going to get some things back, typically in larger neighborhoods it'll pay for the gate services, for security services. If you're in a townhome community, it might cover the landscaping, might cover some of the insurance on the outside of the property, but there will be a fee. And in almost every case, the HOA will govern what you will and will not be able to do to the outside of the property. If you're considering some home improvements or things like this, you will have to get approval through the HOA. So please be aware of that. Definitely ask if there is an HOA associated with the property. Okay, so you're also going to want to ask your realtor how hot or cold is the local real estate market in the area. Currently, it's a little bit strange because of COVID concerns. We're in a big time seller's market. Home prices are on the rise because inventory is very low. Sellers are sitting on the sidelines, waiting for the pandemic to end, perhaps the vaccine to come. So a lot of people are deciding not to sell right now. That means the sellers that are in the market are getting top dollar for their homes because there's a very short supply of inventory. However, once this period ends, you will see some variation in the local real estate markets from neighborhood to neighborhood, from city to city. So you're going to want to ask how hot or cold is the real estate market so that you know what you're buying, you know the kind of market that you're buying in. All right, now let's focus on questions that you can ask your realtor about a specific home that you're considering. You've done some showings, you've viewed lots of homes with your realtor, you've kind of settled on one. Now's a good time to ask some of these questions. The first question, and an obvious question, is how does the home's asking price compare to the home's market value? So I know this is an intuitive question to ask, but it's an important one to ask. You're gonna wanna make sure that you're not overpaying for the home. Your realtor will have information on market value. They will be able to advise you on how well the home's asking price stacks up against market value. It's an important question to ask. Okay, next question you're going to want to ask is, what is the median home value in the neighborhood that you're considering buying? And what have similar homes sold for in the neighborhood? So you're going to want to find out what the average price is of homes in the neighborhood that you're purchasing. And of course, it's really important to find out what have homes in this neighborhood recently sold for. You're going to ask this question for the same thing. You don't want to overpay for the property, but you also want to learn a little bit about the market, the local real estate market in that neighborhood. It's going to give you a lot of information, and it's going to inform what you're going to offer for the new property. Okay, after you get those questions out of the way, you're going to also want to ask your realtor, how long has this property been on the market, and has there been any price reductions? So this question allows you to dig a little deeper, find out if there's some hidden problems with the property or the neighborhood that might not be immediately observable. There can be a lot of things that are going on. By asking this question, doing a little bit of homework and finding how long it's been on the market and have there been any price reductions is very important to understand. Okay, lastly, and I think the most important, you're gonna wanna ask the realtor, what was the previous sale price on the property? If the sellers stand to make a very large profit on the property, this could help you in your negotiation when you're deciding what you are going to offer for the property. It's a very important question to ask. Make sure you know the answer and make sure you figure that in when you're writing your offer to purchase the property. Thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching my video. I greatly appreciate all of you. If you would, please consider smashing that like button. It helps me out so much. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Hope everyone is well, and I'll see you in the next video.